And what we do in this series is we look at the Nakshatra Sutra, which is a short section in an ancient Vedic book called Taittiriya Brahmana, which describes the nakshatras, describes their symbolic nature, describes what they're all about, along with giving a whole heavy dose of Vedic wisdom. So at the same time as we're learning about what the nakshatras signify and symbolize, we're also getting these life lessons about what life is all about. And today, we're going to look at the sutra for Revati and see what it has to say about parenting, the cycle of parenting, and how the children grow up to replicate the parents. So, as always, let's begin by listening to the Sanskrit of the original sutra.
Pushno Revati Gavaha Parastat Vatsa Avastha Pushno Revati Gavaha Parastat Vatsa Avastha.
The words in this sutra are very simple. Pushno Revati Gava Parastat Vatsa Avastat. The nourisher needs cows for calves. So that's a very symbolically dense statement, even though it seems like a real simple, childish thing to say. So let's try to unpack the individual words in the statement to see what kind of symbolism is revealed in there. So first of all, the first word in the sutra is Pushna. Pushna is the root word for Pushan, who is the god of Revati. And Pushan means the one who nourishes others. The god Pushan is a very gentle god who takes care of animals very generously, especially cows. He's a cow herder. He's associated with milk and rice, vegetarian, very gentle, nourishing, maternal type of figure. So that's Pushan, the nourisher. And the second word in the sutra is Revati. This is the name of the nakshatra. Literally, Revati means endowed with wealth. Rai Vat means wealth endowed. So this word Revati means somebody who is beautiful, somebody who's got wealth, somebody who's got the opulences, the 6 opulences, like they're beautiful, they're successful, they're intelligent, they're rich, they're moral, those classical opulences. Now, in the context of this sutra specifically, the suffix vat means to have been given something, right? To be endowed with something. So the word Revati, next to the word Pusha, really indicates somebody who's been endowed with, given the sufficient nourishment and education and wealth and support required to become a beautiful, successful, happy person. And in fact, if you take these two words together, Pushna and Revati, you get your first clue about what the sutra is all about. Pushan is the nourisher, and Revati is the one who's been endowed with nourishment. So the two words together indicate the nourished nourisher. This is a hint about a cycle. Now the third word of importance, or the third unique word in this sutra, is Gao, or Gava. Gao is the same as our word for cow. Pushan wants to make his nakshatra Revati. Revati means endowed with wealth and opulences. So in Vedic culture, the cow is the primary symbol of wealth, because agricultural wealth comes from a cow or a bull and the earth. So obviously, Pushan, the agriculturalist, the animal husband, is going to need cows to make Revati, to make a place very fertile and beautiful and opulent and nourishing. Now also, in Vedic culture, the cow is not just a symbol of wealth, but really the cow is the most important symbol for motherhood. And that's for two reasons. One is because the cow has a very demonstrable affection for their calves. And also because they make so much milk, they're considered to be like ideal mothers. That's what the next word after gal is prastat. It means it depends upon this. It needs this. This is what it needs from above. So Revati depends on Gao, cows, which means mothers. It needs mothers, it needs affection, and the wealth that mothers provide. Milk, security, love, confidence. And then finally, the last unique word in the sutra is Vats. And Vatsa means calf. The cows want to make calves. And actually the cows won't be Revati or Pushan. They won't produce milk unless they have calves to produce it for. So they want to make calves to be Revati. In the same way, a mom, someone who wants to be a mom, wants to make a baby so that she can be a mom. So a well-nourished person needs sources of affection to be able to nourish its objects of affection. And if the well-nourished person has a source of affection that gives it what it needs to be able to give to an object of affection, then all three of those become Revati. See, the well-nourished person is Pushna. They need Gao, a source of affection, to give to Vats, to give to their object of affection. If that triplicate link is there, then the whole thing is Revati. Beautiful, opulent, well-nourished, successful, wonderful.
And that's the key to almost all nakshatras, is that for every shloka that, or every saying, every ancient saying that, for instance, Vic DiCara has taught in his lectures and presentations, is that every nakshatra has to have something before it's able to give something. Which means every nakshatra, so it becomes a cycle. You have to think you have it. You have to, even if you don't have it, you have to put it, you have to assign it into there. You have to plug it in. If you don't feed that nakshatra in that house, in the house of your off of your ascendant, based on the house that it actually is in the sky, like Taurus is the second house, but it may not be your second house. It may be your seventh house. It may be your 10th house. You have to assign it as that in your chart for you to say you have it. If not, you're never going to receive the benefits from it. You have to have it before you give it. If you don't feed your house, then the house will be fed off of you. And that's the secret to all the nakshatras. And what do they give us in the West? They give us nothing, when we're supposed to have everything. Right? Andromeda with the gown, the Gao, the Gava, the Gon, as in the Oregon, a suffix of words that we get today, Oregon. Oregon is, in the Portuguese, uve agua, agua. Gon is associated in English with land. It's associated in languages like Portuguese or Spanish and Italian as gua, agua. That's the waters, agua. Gon. It's also Orakan, or a Khan, as in Khan, the Khan, the ruler, the ruling element, the ruling basis of life, earth or water, land or water. So the gown is the waters, as in agua, the waters, as in gon, the land, as in gun. Also the suffix of dragon, the dragon, or even dogon, and even with the Cherokee dragging canoe, dragging, also canoe. Khan is canoe as well. the gown, the white gown of Andromeda, covering everything. That's the prisoner. The gown is the prisoner. When she's supposed to be the mother, she's supposed to be the mother of man. She's supposed to be the nourisher of man. That's here.
I want you to look at the second decon, which is Andromeda, the chained woman. Okay? That's Andromeda, the chained woman. Guess how many stars there are in Andromeda? 63. Equals 9. That's right. And there's a reason. And there's a reason that there's 9. There's a reason that there's 63, because that woman, that chained woman, okay, is the human spirit. The woman is always the spirit. It's the human spirit that's in bondage. It goes right along with the Pisces. It goes right along with the fish that are chained, banded to the sea monster. This woman is chained. Your spirit is changed. Set my spirit free. You people sing, when the people get in church, they say, set my spirit free. Then they should take a look at Andromeda, because that's exactly what that represents. The human spirit, which is chained, the bondage of that which is the lower. The bright star in the head of that is called Alphiratz, P-H-I-R-A-T-Z. Do you see that in her head? And that star means broken down. Broken down. I had an experience with that recently, this vacation, because of some things that came against me. And your spirit just collapses, and you feel you're in such a bondage. But what I'm saying is your spirit gets to such a point of being broken that you don't want anything. You know? Your mind is constantly telling you, get out, get away, break away from all of it. You don't want any of it. Say, I know what my responsibility is. I know what my duty is. I know what I've started here. And I know what I have to do. But my mind is telling me, go away, break away, run away, get out. But I mean, see, that's what your mind, you get broken, your spirit is broken. Look at Isaiah 52. Isaiah 52, and if you look at verse 2, shake thyself from the dust, arise, and sit down. You know what that means? Come out of that which is your lower mind. And sit down means stop, cease, meditate. O Jerusalem means your consciousness. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. O captive daughter of Zion. Take a look at the picture. Read that with me and take a look at the picture. Loose yourself, O captive daughter of Zion. Do you see? When you look at the picture of the constellation and you read the scripture, can you not see? Okay? 14, verse 17. Therefore thou shalt say this word unto them, let mine eyes run down with tears night and day, and let them not cease, for the virgin daughter of my people is broken. What does the star in her head, Alphiratz, mean? Broken down. What does it say? The virgin daughter of my people is broken with a great breach, with a very grievous blow.
Alphiratz. It's a star of Uttara Bhadrapada, the nakshatra before Revati, but it's a shared star with Andromeda. This means broken down. Thira, broken down. This is your connection to her. When you are so lost in this empty chasm that is butterfly-shaped in the pineal area. There's the butterfly shape. That is the chasm of the pineal, where the light of the pineal, where the spark between the pituitary and the pineal create light, which will be seen by the pineal.